What up guys, welcome to Chef Vic, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a smoky, salty, sweet pulled pork. So stay tuned guys, and we're going to cook this bad boy up. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're going to make the rub for the pork butt. So it's going to be a kind of simple rub. So we're going to add about 1/4 of a cup of kosher salt. I like going on heavy on the black pepper, so we're going to go 1/2 cup. A couple teaspoons of onion powder. Tablespoon of mustard. A couple teaspoons of garlic powder. Tablespoon of paprika. And then a teaspoon of chili powder. So we're gonna give this a nice mix it up. Really blend up those seasonings. And there we go. Nice simple pork butt rub. Alright my friends, so we're gonna start off with our boneless pork butt. Now typically I like bone-in pork butt, but for some reason my grocery store didn't have any. They only had boneless at the moment, so I have to work with what I got. Either way, it's gonna be delicious. So, boneless pork butt. If you guys prefer bone-in, be my guest again, bone-in. I highly recommend it better. So I'm gonna do a little slather, something different than mustard. That's like a typical thing. I'm gonna use molasses. I'm gonna give that more molassy, sweet, deep flavor. So it's gonna be like a tablespoon or so, and then you're gonna really just rub that thing in there, really get in there. A little flip seasoning, and then don't be scared to season it generously. It is a big thick piece of meat. Pork needs it, I do. So it's all pre-seasoned. So we're gonna heat up the barbecue pit, and then I'm gonna start cooking these bad boys. Alright guys, so I'm starting the fire right now, so I'm going to be switching the mic. So in this case, and then during the video, the mic sounds different. It's because I'm switching the mic so that when the wind gets kind of crazy, it doesn't affect the audio so much. So, but here's how I do the fire. Burning some hickory wood. I'm going to be adding apple afterwards. So yeah, so I like using the chimney. I like using this way too, starting that way. It takes a little longer, but hey, barbecue's all about patience. So just heat it up. We're trying to reach for at least 275 to 300, and that would be perfect temperature for a good old pork butt. So let's get it. All right, friends. So I got this barbecue pit preheated already. So it's time to add this beautiful pork butt. So this bad boys here. I'm gonna lay it kind of towards the more close to the fire. Rule of thumb here: always have a nice water pan that creates moisture in the pit so it doesn't dry out your meat. Thicker side, of course, towards the fire. Thin side away from the fire. This seems on my barbecue pit more of a good zone. Sometimes each person's barbecue pits has good hot spots, non-hot spots. The more you work with it, you know your barbecue pit. So this spot right here is a perfect zone for my pork butt. And I'm cooking with a little bit of hickory, a little bit of apple wood. You can choose either one for you. I like a little blend of wood. So we're gonna cook this bad boy. We're gonna check it probably in 3 hours. Note to self, my friends. See how the temperature gauge went down? Before it needs to be up here towards the 300 mark. Now it went down just because of opening the lid. You don't want to keep opening the lid. So set a timer for at least like 3 hours, and just don't touch the lid. Each time you do that, you let the smoke and the heat out, and then how's the barbecue pit has trouble recuperate of the smoke, or like the heat and everything. So you don't want that stuff to escape. You want to keep it consistent as much as possible. So you guys want consistent barbecue, trying not to look. It's like I heard that saying, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. It's very true, because you keep opening that bad boy up, you're gonna cool your stuff down, and it's gonna have time regenerate that heat and containing that constant temperature you guys are working so hard for. So stay patient, check in 3 hours, and then for spritzing. So I'm gonna show you guys how I like to start my fire. Like, not start my fire, but like how I kind of like my fire doing things. So let me show you guys real quick. So right now it's apple. I got my wood right there. So what you want this wood to be right here, so it preheats it. It makes it a little more drier. So when this hits the bed of coals, you just get this, lay it right there, and it ignites very quickly, so it stays at consistent temperature. Alright friends, so it's been a couple hours or so. It's getting really nice and good colorization. But so we're gonna spritz it. So this is 1/4 cup of molasses, 1/4 cup of Worcestershire, 1/3 cup of apple cider, and then just a little bit of water. Shake it around, and then we're just gonna give it a nice little spritz, like so. Just keep it nice and moist. And you guys heard any noise? That's just my dryer in my garage. Anyways, just do a nice spritz like that. It's gonna give a good savory flavor to this pork butt here. There we go. So what it does is kind of cools it to outer temperature, but also keeps it moist and keeps the bark nice and beautiful. Alright my friends, so we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. It's ready to go. It's a nice beautiful bark, so we're gonna wrap it up in foil. Alright friends, so we're gonna get some foil. Lay this guy like this. So you really want to spritz this really good, because it's gonna be well after we see it. Go. You can see the beautiful coloring of that beautiful Worcestershire sauce and molasses. Wrap this up really tight, my friends. You don't want nothing leaking out. What I like to do too is just do another layer. Go. And then finish off. So we're gonna let this cook for probably another 3 to 4 hours. Alright friends, so pork butt is done. So it's gonna be perfectly. Don't forget to the important part is let it rest. So I let it rest for at least 30 minutes to like 45 minutes, you know. Especially this is boneless, it doesn't need that much resting. But if you got the full bone-in pork butt, I suggest let that rest for a longer time, because it really absorbs the juices back into the center and keeps it more moist. So, take this bad boy out. Oh yeah. See, that's a perfect pork butt right here. You want to temp it if you guys want to. It should read about 205, 210. Of course, you let it rest, it's gonna be lower temp, but of course, perfect temperature. Look at that, nice and tender. By pushing on it, it just falls apart. But yeah, it's holding, and that's all I like. Alright my friends, so hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna put this a little closer to you guys, like so. And then you just go like this, just tear it all up. If you have those bear claws, you can use those too. Keep the fat, you always want to keep the fat, even it's bone-in pork butt, keep the fat cap. It has low trimming, anything you don't trim at all. The reason why I keep that fat, because that's going to give your moist, your tenderness, the juiciness, the flavor, all that good stuff. And unfortunately though too, what makes pork butt so hard to cook sometimes is that it has multiple muscle fibers in there, that some are more a little leaner and there's some are more fatty. So alright my friends, so let's start building this beautiful sandwich. I got some little pickles right here, a couple slices, throw some pickles to break up that fattiness of the pork. I like using dill pickles, but you can use any kind of pickles. When you like sweet pickles, spicy pickles, use whatever you guys like, my friends. Then, of course, the star of the show, the delicious pork. So, let's break it up a little bit. Throw it right on top of those bad boys right here. Nice and delicious. Don't be shy with the meat. And then I made a quick barbecue sauce. So I do have a video on how to make a barbecue sauce, like a Mexican style barbecue sauce. But you guys want me to teach you guys how to make a barbecue sauce, like a simple one or quick one? Let me know in the comments below. So I'm gonna drizzle that bad boy right on top, like so. It's gonna be messy, it's gonna be delicious, you know. And then we're gonna top off the buns like so. And there we go, the pulled pork sandwich, my friends. Simple but yet satisfying. Alright guys, so that's how to make that delicious pulled pork. So I'm gonna give it a good old try right now for you guys and see how it tastes. I was taking pictures, so it's got a little soggy on the bottom, but it tastes. That is so good, guys. It's tender, it's flavorful, light smoke, not heavy. I don't like barbecue is like very heavy in smoke. It takes away from the flavor of the meat. But at the same time, you can taste that awesome rub. There's a sweetness note to it because of the molasses. And then the barbecue sauce comes in, it gives that little sweet and salty. And then that vinegar kick from the pickles. Perfect, perfect balance, my friends. Highly recommend trying this. So if you guys like this video, my friends, hit that thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And you guys want to have any questions or anything you want to ask me or ask about this recipe, hit that comment and let me know. And also too, don't forget to hit that bell. Know for you guys for upcoming videos. So thanks guys. See you guys next time.